Hey guys, today we're going to be going over pages 16 and 17 in your Unit 3 workbooks. This is all about using a rule, cough equation, to fill out a table and then graph it. Okay, so we are now into what's called a linear equation. And if we think about the word linear, what does that sound like? Hopefully you said it sounds like a line. So these equations are all going to be forming a line on our graph. All right, so starting with this first one over here on page 16, I see I have a rule of y equals 2x plus 1. Okay, so that means to find y, I'm multiplying 2 times whatever this x number is, and then adding 1. Okay, so if I'm starting, let's just start over here with some positives to make it easy. So if my input, if my x is 1, that means I am substituting 1 in here for x. So that means I would have 2 times 1, which is 2, then plus 1 gives me 3. All right, I can do the same thing with 2 now. I'm going to put 2 in for x right here. Okay, so that means that I would have 2 times 2, which is 4, but then I need to add 1, which gives me 5. Okay, if I do the same thing, now let's try doing a negative, so like negative 2. So I have 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. All right, so if you do this correctly, these are the values that you should get. So you should have negative 7, and then negative 5, and then negative 1, and then 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, notice how the amount that we're going up each time is 2. And remember, we said that repeatedly adding the same thing is the same as multiplying. So that's why we're multiplying all of these numbers by 2, because that is our constant multiplier. All right, so now we need to go ahead and graph these. So I see from my table that I have numbers as small as 4. I'm sorry, as far as small as for the x numbers, I only have to go out to 4 and negative 4. But for y, I have to go out to negative 7 and positive 9. So I know for my x's, if I just count by 1 on each of these, I'll have plenty of room. But I have to double check to make sure that I'm going to have enough room to go to positive 9. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it looks like that fits. So both ways, I can go ahead and just scale it by 1. So I'm just going to be counting by ones. All right, so starting with my first one, remember this is like a coordinate of x comma y. Okay, so that means I'm going to have negative 4 comma negative 7. So on my x number line, I'm going to go over to negative 4. So remember, 0 is in the middle, negatives go to the left, and positives are to the right. Okay, same with the y. 0 is in the middle, but positives go up and negatives go down. All right, so if I have negative 4 on my x number line, I'm going to go over to here, but then I need to go down to negative 7. So I'm at negative 4, and then I'm going to go down negative 3, 6, 7. So here, there's my first point. All right, my next point is negative 3, negative 5. So I'm going to go to negative 3 and then down to negative 5. Okay, so negative 3 would be right here. Negative 5 is right here. So where those two line up is where I put that point. Next, I have negative 2 on my x and negative 3 on my y. Next, I have negative 1 on my x and negative 1 on my y. 0 for my x, which I know is right in the middle, and then up to positive 1. Okay, when x is 1, I need to go up to 3 on my y, and hopefully you guys are seeing this pattern now. So when x is 2, I need to go up to 5. When x is 3, I need to go up to 7. And when x is 4, I need to go up to 9. Okay, and then I can go ahead and connect these points, and that is the line that this equation represents. So we would call this line y equals 2x plus 1. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Okay. Now I would like you guys to go ahead and try this next one on your own. I am going to go ahead and post the answers for this one, but I'm not going to do a video going over this one, okay? We will do a video. I want you guys to also do this one right here using this x squared and complete this. But then once I post the answer key, I'm also going to go over a video just kind of explaining this part down here. So again, right now my expectation is that you do 3-35 and then this first part on page 17. So you can stop right here, but I want you to do this first part that's on page 17, okay? And then look for the next video for today that will be going over what this graph is called, because it'll be a different shape. This one's not going to be a line, okay? That's your hint. All right, so do these two, check your work with the answer key that I post, and then watch the video to complete just this part right here, okay? Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.